Hello, everyone, and welcome today. Wow, I can't speak today. Welcome to the stream today. This is Brian. We are going to be launching and playing some Mtg Arena today. So let's get on over. I figured I would stick with some standard for a little while, play on the ladder. Everyone's kind of trying out the new decks after the banning still. From my experience, it has been fairly heavy on control, which I'm actually okay with that being around since combo was the bane of my existence. But yeah, we're going to be trying out a little Grixis brew here to start things off. And we'll see how this goes. Yeah, I've been finding just big threats are really, really nice right now. There are a couple decks that are kind of more aggro, but like, say, the blue-white Flyers deck, that's still definitely around. Unless they can combo you turn 5, you can disrupt them a lot. There's so much removal available right now. This hand is actually pretty much exactly everything we want. We have disruption, we have removal, we have land. That's the most important thing, is you want to make sure you're hitting about 5 land. I don't think he's playing anything that's going to take advantage. Nothing hexproof, but some of the decks have been playing Ranger's Guile, so just want to give it a little try. And as I said, we just have removal for days. I think we are going to go ahead and lead off on the Thought Erasure. And of course, Moto Tapper does Moto Tapper things. Yep, Ashiok is just fine. Basically, we're going to go Ashiok or Bolas next turn and just kind of bury him. Did a little bit of grinding to get up to Diamond. Forget if we were Gold or Platinum before, but we weren't very high. Tempted to force him to use the Primal Might just to get rid of a Planeswalker. Or we can play that and that, which I think is fine also. So we have to get rid of this 1/1 at some point anyway. He has to play another 1/1 before he can even attack with the Lovestruck Beast. There's a good chance he might just try and Primal Might down the Bone Crusher, but that'd be bad on his part. But I don't see much else that he has to do right now. Yep, there we go. Take 2, he can't even attack this turn. Another troll, that's fine. Yeah, that is the one downside, having to have a 1/1 there. Tempted to throw down the Ashiok, but at the same time, I think I just want to get rid of the Barkwide. He doesn't really have haste in this deck. Or at least no haste that I'm aware of. The only thing that goes wrong here is if he gets another Lovestruck Beast. I guess he can just make this. Hey, oh, yeah, that's my bad. Always forget about the hexproof on there. Hey, that's why we're in Diamond. That's fine. We got to follow up Ashiok. Stonecoil? No, Skoos. Okay. Yep, our opponent has been playing everything right, and me, I've just been making play mistakes. That's okay, it's first game of the day. The nightmare is going to be most likely just chumping the scoos, but that's okay. Or, I guess we're going to be moving to game 2. And let's get one more draw in, just in case. Could draw Liliana. Yeah, we're not just dead yet, so we're just gonna play this out. See what happens. Extinction event would be really nice too. So we can play to draw into that. Eliminate works for the turn. This is why you never just scoop. Always play it out. Have been noticing a lot of the green decks playing Heroic Intervention lately too. Ooh. Oh, yes. That is exactly what we wanted. Question is it a turn too late? Yep, it is a turn too late. Good game, sir. Or madame. Now we get to decide. Cry the Carnarium. Well, I like the card. It's probably going to get outclassed pretty quickly. Erebos Intervention is just fine. Chandra, it's okay. Niv-Mizzet's not great. Get rid of Teferi. Ashiok's don't seem wonderful in this matchup. Let's go one more card. I kind of like the Chandra as a sweeper, but at the same time, I'm not really sure if we need it this game. Let's go ahead and take out Thought Erasure. It's not going to be super important. Still not really sure how to play against the green mono green deck with this. If you want to load up on a interaction, or if you want to load up otherwise on threats. Things that we're learning. This hand is a little bit slow if they get a nut draw, but we'll try it. The Narset represents at least one attack from them. Too slow. Yep, Pelt Collector is pretty good. It's okay though, we're finding answers. I feel like Bone Crusher is really well suited for a lot of the decks that are running around right now. Question is, do I play the Narset, let him kill? No. think we're going to play out the Bone Crusher. Probably be taking 5 this turn, but that's okay. I want him to commit to the board a bit more so I can Chandra or Extinction Event. Planeswalker, though, that's not great. Plenty of blue mana. I think we need either black or red. We are going to go, in this case, with black mana. We're just kind of in stall mode for the most part. Decks like this, definitely about getting to a point where you can overload them. Ooh, this is actually a really hard choice. Bolus is great, Extinction Event's great, Shark Typhoon is what we want to be setting up for eventually. I think we're going to take the Bolus though because we want a little bit more staying power. This Narset is most likely going to save me 5 points damage here. Okay, so hopefully he doesn't have a heroic or something along those lines. Because it's pausing? Okay, no he doesn't. Okay. Unfortunately we are going to lose the Bolus here, but that's fine. Well, that's a real card. Nice thing, Extinction Event is very much a good catch-all right now. Alright, time to find an answer for the Gargaroth. The Devil works pretty well. I wouldn't mind of using that Bedevil on the Great Henge, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Yep, Heroic Intervention. That puts a damper on our day, and that is going to do it for that first game, or first match. Yeah, I think we could definitely sideboard differently there. As I said, very much work in progress. Let's go ahead and run it back. If I have some time toward the end of the stream, I'll switch over and play a little bit of Historic. Been having a ton of success with Mono Blue Tempo. Turns out, still a really good deck, especially after banning. Getting rid of Teferi was huge. Ooh, this hand is not the best, but we're going to go ahead and keep. At least we have an Omen of the Sea to draw out of it. Yeah, between Frantic and Omen, I'm not sure which I'm liking better. I think I'm liking Omen a little bit better at the current moment. Even though Frantic, it does feel good to draw 3 or 4 cards later on. A lot of people still have a ton of graveyard hate, though. So that kind of minimizes how good the Frantics can be sometimes. Is he thinking about Mystic? I'm like, buddy, it's not worth it. Get rid of the Angraths for now. We need higher impact things. They could be on Blue-Green Flash. Spectral Sailor, yep, they are. Flash is definitely a deck that can be hard matchup because of all of our sorcery speed, everything costs so much, but we can also overload them a bit. Thankfully, he doesn't have mana for the Wolf yet, so we're just going to draw counterspells out of his hand. If he does play the Wolf, then we can take full advantage. Let's see, he probably has another Essence Scatter in hand. I doubt he's playing mainboard negates. Ooh, Thought Erasure or Sharknado. I think we're gonna go with Sharknado. Not nearly as good at ambushing when he sees it coming, but that's fine. Since he didn't counter the Narset, there's a good chance that he won't counter the Sharknado. Okay, now's where we're going to have a little bit of fun. Let's throw in Mystic Disputes. Let's throw in Noxious Grasp. Let's throw in Niv Mizzet and Chandra. Eliminate's not great in this matchup. Angraths is a little bit slow, but it's fine. Teferi, we're going to get rid of. We're going to get rid of some of our other big clunky stuff. Tempted to bring in a couple negates and just play full control mode, which I think we're gonna do. We're gonna rely on Niv Mizzet this game. Niv Mizzet is just a card that a lot of decks have a real hard time answering. Thought Erasure is definitely a card that decks like this hate. now we are going to see if he has a Mystical Dispute or not. If he wastes a Mystical Dispute on this, then that's fine. Sailor? No? Okay. We are going to go ahead and take that Rewind and keep that Mystical Dispute on top. That's perfect. Now his hand is pretty much torn apart. There's nothing he can do. He's going to have to draw really, really good to get out of this. Especially since I'm getting rid of the Sailor. The Sailor is actually a pretty integral part. Because that 4-mana draw card, playing especially like mono blue tempo, I know that can get you right back in it over the course of a turn or two when you got nothing else going on. Sometimes all it takes is one good draw. Bedevil is not bad here. See if he drew another counterspell or not. Ah, he did. That's fine. For every counterspell we get rid of, we are taking care of a problem. We want another mountain here because we're trying to go for the Niv Mizzet. But we do need a second black for the Bedevil, so we're going to go actually a second black right now. I don't mind a little bit more removal. The main threat, we do have to make sure we take care of those stupid wolves, the Nightpath Ambushers. So that's the one way he comes back. So I don't mind playing the slow game for a while. So we can definitely 1-for-1 him all day long. Gotta go ahead and put that on the bottom. We're gonna hold off on the Narset because there's a good chance that he does have a counterspell in hand. Quench wouldn't do it, but Mystical Dispute would. That, though, fixes that problem. Frilled Mystic. Yep, that's fine. We'll go ahead and just get rid of that now. So if we play the Narset, we can't actually minus it. Okay. Good chance he's playing a wolf this turn. Or just another flash creature to try and kill the Narset. Yep, there's the Ambusher. Let's hope. Well, no, Mystical wouldn't even do anything, only a Spell Pierce. I don't think he's playing Spell Pierce. Yeah, so this must be the Teamer variation since he's playing the Triome. Teamer variation of the deck is probably going to be the most popular one going forward. Yep, just too much disruption, too much removal. Who knows, maybe if we're lucky we will get up in Mythic today. Have my doubts, but these things could happen. Yeah, so far the breakdown of the deck, you have plenty of early interaction between the Angraths, the Eliminates, Thought Erasures. I was running some Duress originally in the sideboard also, but with the 4 Thought Erasures, that's really all you need. Bone Crushers, so you have a ton of 2-drop removal. Teferi, Master of Time, I'm kind of on the fence about. That's why I'm trying him as a 1-of. Some games, when you start stalling, he's really good to draw you out of things, but a lot of other games, you're just drawing a card and discarding a card you don't want to discard. So it definitely, it's kind of a, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I've ulted him twice, which is kind of funny. Ah. So a good chance we are playing against Teamer again. That means Shark Typhoon's probably going to come in really handy. Could be playing Teamer Control, though. That's definitely a deck that's been gaining in popularity. Haven't run across it much myself, but a lot of powerful cards. It's a mythic.deck. Kind of like how Bant's been for a while, I mean. Okay, sure. Let's try to stick this Teferi. Might as well. It's one of the few kind of situations where Teferi is actually decent because I have extra lands in hand to start getting rid of. Quench leads me to believe this is probably still Flash. He probably just has a handful of counterspells. That's fine because we just keep playing things and getting out of his range of his counterspells. So many of them are conditional, like Quench 2, Mystical Dispute at 3. If he's playing Spell Pierce 2. So I think here we are going to wait one turn, Thought Erasure, and Ashiok next turn. Him wasting Bone Crushers on my face is perfectly fine with me. Yeah, this is the perfect turn to do that because he only has 3 mana up. Tempted to cycle this Sharknado. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So I'll kill the Bone Crusher if nothing else. Help protect the Ashiok. And depending on what we see here too, we might just end Grass Rampage. Sublime Epiphany is actually a really annoying card. Speaking of ulting Teferi, I had somebody Sublime Epiphany my ulted Teferi the other day. That felt real bad. Okay. So we are free to play the Ashiok. And then depending what our opponent does this turn, probably just going to Angrat's Rage or Rampage. So he's probably going to play down another Bone Crusher, hold up the Sabotage. Ooh, that was good. Oh wait, no, 2 land, just kidding. Okay, okay. We're just drawn pretty good right now. Yeah, okay. Well, that fixes that problem. Thanks. Yes, I do think that Grixis is pretty well suited right now, just because it has answers to just about everything. That, and I think having Wilderness Reclamation and Teferi gone opens up kind of that hard tap-out control. Alright, so they're playing really heavy on that, so we're going to go ahead do a similar thing to what we did last time. Do we want the intervention? Yeah, I think that's okay. We didn't see the wolves that game, but they are probably there. Eliminates actually better because he's heavier on the Bone Crushers and the Brazen Borrowers. Yet again, we're just going to cut most of the heavy stuff. Kind of want to keep that in just because it's more instant speed removal. Get rid of an extinction event. And let's go ahead and try it like that. We have 2 games to get 1, so we can make adjustments. Oh, that is awkward. Do we want to be really, really greedy? Nah, not worth it. Well, we should have been greedy. I think this one we are going to get super greedy. Keep with the steam vents. Hope to draw a single land. Niv Mizzet, you're not getting cast anytime soon. So we have 2 draws for 1 land. And what do we draw? A Niv Mizzet. Yep. Nope. And we are being punished for our greed. There we go. It's tapped, but still land. If we end up being only 1 behind, I think we're okay. Just because this Omen of the Sea really, really helps dig us. That forces a counterspell. That probably also forces a counterspell. But yeah, we have to do it anyway. This game's looking bad regardless. Greed Monster got the best of us. Oh, Cutthroat. Okay, didn't see that last game. So I actually think I am just fine with that happening. These dual Bone Crushers are definitely going to be painful in the long run, but... And that is not another land. If I do that, he just Bone Crushers me in response. He's going to Bone Crusher at the end of turn anyway. Yeah. Okay, so it turns out Eliminates are really good in this matchup. And that Quench is probably going to be enough of a tempo blow for us. Just trying to get a little bit more information here. As I said, probably lost this one already anyway, but just in case I can see some of the sideboard choices. Shark Typhoon and a Disdainful. And with that, we are going to go ahead and concede. So Shark Typhoons, he's definitely playing more. Negates are actually great because they take care of the adventure stuff quite a bit better. Noxious Grasp, not nearly as good as I was thinking. Yeah, we're going to take out another Angraths. So this game we're going to be not nearly as greedy. And we're on the play, so that really helps. Especially against the counterspell tempo decks. Yeah, that hand's fine. Plenty of disruption. We're going to kill his first, like, 17 threats. Yep, do not. It's especially appreciate the spam in the chat. Will say that is the first time though that I've seen spam bot show up in my stream since I started last week. So, guess that means something, right? Who knows? Who cares? Oh, and I just saw Wolves thank for the follow there. Just now looked over at my Twitch stuff. Yeah, might as well. Let's see what he's working with. Unless he wants to use a Mystical Dispute early. Yep. Perfectly happy with that trade. And our hand at this point is mono removal. So, could be worse. Ah, we have a Nissa. Okay. Nissa could get slightly annoying. Plenty of mana for that. Nissa is definitely the big threat, but I feel like I need to take one of the actual castable spells. And we're going to look for something a little bit better here. Nice thing, him having the Frilled Mystic. It's not nearly as bad. Once you can see things coming. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I want right there. Yeah, it's definitely been interesting seeing the new meta coming out. Because there's been a lot of this teamer style deck. I've seen some adventures. Definitely seen mono green. Definitely seen various flavors of Bant or Simic. As long as Uro's around, Bant and Simic are never going away. I've seen a couple of the Blue Whites Flyers deck, which I'm a big fan of, but That is tempting, but no, we're just going to go ahead and activate it here. Chandra is real good. We are still missing a blue mana here, unfortunately. So we need to have that Mystic Dispute up. That, on the other hand, is a problem. But we can go ahead and Erebos Intervention it right now. Has anyone else been experiencing the graphical glitches going on with MTGA since the latest update? Get that weird screen freak out, the black line that kind of lances across. I'm not sure if it's just a problem with my specific graphics card, which it could be. Alright, so this will bring out the Frilled Mystic and the Nissa coming across for 5. That's fine. Yeah, white-black life gain has been a fun deck. I've seen plenty of various situations with the Johnny's Pridemate and Vetoes, and it's a deck that can have explosive starts. Perfect. This is exactly what we want to see right here. So we get to kill a land and kill the Nissa. Yeah, I think it might be an issue related to the 2070-2080 line of graphics cards. I have a 2080 Super in mind. Alright, opponent is going to be hard-pressed. They need to draw some really good cards in the next turn or two. So the Chandra emblems are going to start killing them very quick. Do we get a counterspell for this? Nope, we didn't. Yeah, it could be a weird driver issue. This is a pretty new setup. It just got 2 weeks ago. It's finally upgrading after having not had a new computer in like 8 years. Figured global pandemics is good a reason as any to get something that would actually allow me to stream. Ooh, Nimizit. That is perfect. Yep, I do not see any way that my opponent has of getting out of this at this point. Is this 2-turn clock? That is weird. My Nimizits have been coming in 2s today. Good game. came across a really fun blue-black deck that someone was playing that was heavy Ashiok and mill control. That was good times. The Ashiok Nightmare Muse definitely could probably be a 1 of in the deck, or a 0 of. It's okay in certain situations, and it's not great in others. The plus is good if you're ahead, but not if you're behind. Okay, what do we think we're playing against? Yeah, that's a safety keep. Just in case. Ooh, spicy. Let's see what we're working with here. Interesting. Okay. Seems fun. I think we're gonna keep the Omen. So we can always play it. Dig a little bit deeper into some land in that case. Yeah, that Liliana's not going to be doing anytime soon, but we will definitely take the Fabled Passage. What do we need? Probably another blue land. We could have gotten the Eliminate going that turn, but I think I need the blue in the long run. Even though there is argument to be made for taking the black land. Eliminating the Kaya. I figure I'm allowed to make a few mistakes here and there. It's fine. It's casual. It's cash. Alrighty, now that is an actual problem. Tempted to let him plus again one more turn. Yeah, we're gonna bait that out. We're definitely gonna bait that out. See how you like Lando. Oh, the Kaya? Okay, that's fine. So he's gonna be losing 2 land. Thank you, thank you. Thanks for joining us, Wolves. Not exactly sure why he just did that emblem. Seems like it would have been better to just go 3 to the face. Yes, it gives him 1,000,000 mana, but what's he going to use with it? Could play an Ugin, I guess. Which Ugin definitely would be a little bit spooky. So I think in that case, I'm going to take the Narset. See what we can find here. Mythos, okay. Elspeth conquers death. Okay. That's not terrible right now. Just gonna be able to get back Nissa. Yeah, he does have infinite land to be able to do that with, unfortunately. Seems good. Seems real good. Okay, yep, both Kai takes care of that. We'll go to game 2. I definitely could have played that differently. So, we want to go Noxious Grasp. Morale seems okay, and negates are definitely good. Let's bring in the Nib Mizzets. Tempting to keep the Eliminates. Bone Crushers can go. Lily is okay, but really slow. Ashiok's. Get rid of 1 Omen. 1 Angraths. Actually, no, let's get rid of an Extinction Event. Throw the Angraths back in there. It's another kind of greedy keep. We have plenty of blue sources, though. Alright, these indestructible guys, that gives me a reason to bring the other Extinction Event back in. Could possibly look at Cry the Carnarium, but I don't think that's a great option. Nissa is definitely the card that is going to be causing us problems. In this case, we'll take Elspeth Conquers Death. Yeah, that Extinction Event's fine. See if he wants to save this or not. That would be a definite nope. Still don't understand how Nissa has survived her time in Standard. Yep, that's fine. Definitely gives me an excuse to throw off an extinction event next turn. You ever gonna play this Paradise Dread? Ooh, do we Sharknado? Yeah. Basically, worst thing that could happen here is if he draws a Nissa and plays it, but I'm gonna take the chance. So if he doesn't, then we just get ahead. Thing of beauty. Okay with both those cards. Okay, so we like the extinction event. Gonna take out and eliminate. I'm guessing that he probably took out most of the Kayas. Not that they're too much of an issue against us. Erebos is actually really good against that one dude. So let's go ahead and take out a Bolus or Ral. I think we're going to take out the Bolus. Try it this way. Yep, this hand is just fine. Okay, there's the Nissa. It's actually difficult. His black land. think he's going for an early Nissa, which I really don't want. But I think I'm going to take the Elspeth. Ooh. Yeah, we won't draw that. Interesting that he's going to play that as opposed to the other. Now we're trying to play the game of, will he draw another land into the Nissa? That's annoying. I think we're just going to Noxious Grasp this Paradise Druid. Take our beats. So that guarantees he didn't get the Nissa next turn. Yeah, he would have had it. Okay. That is not terrible right now. We're going to be taking some beats this game, but that's fine. Ooh. Thought Distortion. That's annoying, but is what it is. Okay, we need black land, or we need, Trying to decide what we want to play for here. Do we want to play for the Bolus, or do we want to play for the Niv? I think we want to play for the Niv because he's probably going to hit that Thought at some point. I should probably kill that during his turn, but whatever. As I said, mistakes being made. Definitely things we can tighten up on. So even if he draws the land and casts it... Okay, Questing Beast. Questing Beast is actually pretty bad for me. Yep, you're just dead on that one. Dang. I wasn't even playing around Questing Beast. That's what I get for not doing that. Alright, since it is 3 o'clock, we are going to switch over and do a new deck. So we'll go ahead and redo those wins and losses. See what this is really quick. Ooh, Luca. Okay. So we are going to switch it up. Still going to be playing standard. Let's go over to some Phoenix. Go ahead and update our deck list here. Well, this hand's not exactly what we're looking for, but that's okay. can only get better from here. Turn 3 Stormwings, not terrible. Ooh, do we have Teamer Elementals? No, I don't think that is what we were playing against. Okay. So next turn we're really going to be able to put some pressure on. Man, I really want that arc light. But we're not going to take it for now. Gonna get some really good damage in this turn. Well, apparently he's deciding we're not playing that game. Still not exactly sure what I'm playing against, so let's go ahead and bring in Ether Gust. Like, I'm not sure what I want to take out here. Shocks might be not as great. Maybe bring in a couple Lava Coils over the other 2 Shocks. Let's see how this goes. As tempting as that is. Yeah, that's fine. It's real slow, but we'll deal with it. Opt is fine. Okay, so what are my chances of this Sprite Dragon just eating removal? Probably pretty good, but we're gonna run it out anyway. Probably is a Bone Shaker. Oh, Flame Sweep, okay. Let's go ahead and Cathartic. Get rid of that, get rid of that and that. Really? No land out of that? Okay. It's awkward, but that's fine. See the Truth on the Cathartic next turn. Oh, he is definitely on Elementals. Okay. See the Truth on Cathartic next turn, and then we can follow up with the Finale later. Discard there, discard there. And we have another Phoenix. Okay, that's actually pretty perfect. Because we can use the Throw possibility that's in there. Have 2 Phoenixes attacking next turn. Draw a million cards. Yeah, actually, we do want that. Untapped land will be good. Kinda need that for the Finale. X is 2. We are going to throw possibilities. We are going to see the Truth. We are going to draw a million cards. Assuming he doesn't have counterspell. Oh, counterspell. Yep, these things happen. Yep, I think this is going to be a Niv Mizzet matchup. This is one of the very fun things about this deck, is it kind of can switch over into the control role pretty easily. Big fan of decks that transform how the way they play. Alrighty. So we are going to go full control, which means we are getting rid of some of the things that will hurt us big time if they counterspell. And we can even drop down the arc lights, honestly. But we're going to go ahead and bring in Narset, bring in Disputes, bring in Negates, bring in Niv Mizzet. Do we want the Ral? Sure, let's bring the Ral. It's probably a bit overkill, but, you know, is what it is sometimes. So Arc Wings are not going to be anywhere near as good, so we're taking those out. I really don't want to get counterspelled with those. The Finale definitely gets worse. So the question is, do we take the Finales out? Yeah. We're going to take the Finales out. We are going to bring in... Actually, no, we're going to keep the Finales in just because they're so good with See the Truth. It's a hard call, but... See the Truth really does become Ancestral Recall when you're playing those. This hand is perfect. And I remember when War of the Spark first came out, the debate around a Boreal Grazer, if it was actually a good card or not. And then Ramp happened. The good old days before Ramp was really a thing. Okay. Our opponent does not know that we're playing a slightly different game plan here, so that is just fine. We are playing the Mono See the Truth game. Now we want a negate to secure this Narset. Or secure the Finale of Promise. So far, an instant is See the Truth, draw 4 cards. That's perfectly fine with me. So I do not think our opponent is expecting Niv Mizzets, but they could be. They very well could be. See how they react to this. So if we can draw out 2 counter spells, that's fine. Got to get rid of them somehow. Sets up our finale to reload. Alright, looks like he only had the 1. Gladly take that Rel. Blitz is actually a really good answer to if he decides to play the Cavalier. Genesis Ultimatum. Okay, that's a thing. And that's not bad at all. Okay. It's kind of cheeky. I like it. I will say that's the first time I've come across that. Yeah, we have to activate this, see what we're going to find. Hopefully another Blitz. Ether Gust is not terrible. Yeah, I think we're going to Blitz. He has 1 mana available. That wouldn't even be able to take care of that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this now. So we are going to Blitz. We are going to see the truth. Definitely getting rid of this Risen Reef. As much as I want him having infinite card advantage here. Watch him just Genesis Ultimatum again. That'd be kind of hilarious and terrifying. Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm really fine with that. Now we get to go have some fun, go ham a little bit. Do I want to protect that? Yeah, I kind of want to protect that. Nah, I'm gonna let it happen. So I'd rather keep this Ether Gust up just in case. It's a counter spell. Alright, that's what we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for this Niv Mizzet the whole time. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna drown my opponent in extra card advantage now. That is the goal. I don't even care about counter spells anymore. This Yorion is just fine. I think we're going to play the Ral and take it down next turn. Well, that's the thing that just happened. That's unfortunate, but is what it is. Okay, we have an opt-in here. If I had one more mana, that'd be really nice, but beggars can't be choosers. And it's tempting to Ether Gust that just to throw him off a turn, even though he definitely pitched that down. Next turn, we can finale, see the truth, opt, draw 4. Or we can wait until after we play the Niv. Definitely tempting, play the Niv, hold up the Ether Gust, and then draw a million cards next turn. The one random card I'm a little bit worried about is Mass Manipulation. I doubt my opponent is playing it though. And they'd have to top deck it, but who knows. It must be in the tank thinking. For those just joining, we are on deck 2, trying out the standard ladder here, trying some new stuff. Checking out Phoenix again. I was playing Grixis Control first time around, went 2-2. Now we are on the first match of Phoenix versus Teamer-ish Elementals. This game, my opponent is fighting it. They are definitely fighting the good fight, but they have not been drawing anything worthwhile recently, and I'm just card advantage city over here. So I don't think it's going to go too well. Yeah, I'm so glad Teferi's gone. As much as I love the 3-mana Teferi, it just was such an oppressive card. And it looks like my opponent might just be timing out here. Maybe they lost connection. And it looks like our opponent is just giving up there. That is first win for Phoenix. Let's see what else we can throw it up against her. Yeah, Phoenix is an interesting deck if the meta isn't playing a ton of graveyard removal. With Uros being what they are, and especially with the sacrifice decks having a lot of the escape stuff and cats, people were playing a lot of graveyard hate, but with cat being banned, I haven't seen nearly as many of those sacrifice style decks. They have definitely gone out of fashion. I'm sure people will find a way to just change it up, but cat was definitely the best, most effective piece in that deck. Yeah, we can keep this. So people aren't playing nearly as much graveyard removal as they were before. And that is the nice thing. Sideboard is set up to get away from the graveyard game and switch over to more full control. So when Phoenix has become a liability, they can just kind of come out of the deck pretty easily. That is pretty much perfect. If we can draw one more Phoenix. Ooh. Card I really wish I had access to in Standard is Lava Axe. Lava Axe would be very nice. Looks like this is maybe Sultai Control. Should be a fun matchup. Assuming they're not playing mainboard Cry the Carnariums. Extinction Event also kind of causes problems. But, you know, we'll just play with that in mind, and if 3 of our Phoenixes disappear right away, then 3 of our Phoenixes disappear. We just be sad for a little while and then move on. Yeah, I'm gonna do one more Cathartic. We're being greedy. Go ahead and pitch that, and pitch... That just sets up guaranteed Finale of Promise next turn that can do some good stuff. See if he wastes a piece of removal here. That'd be great. Is the Electromancer going to eat and eliminate? Oh, Brazen Borrower. Okay. That's fine. They could also be playing Sultai Flash, which is not the most common deck. Okay, that Nissa is very dead. Perfectly happy to see that. Gonna be taking 2 Phoenixes to the face. And this also tells me that they don't want to play Extinction Event because that's gonna get rid of their own Triumph. Ooh, Blitz of the Thunder Raptors, good pickup right now too. Do this to the face because otherwise we're going to be losing it. Just to be safe, because he could have an Eliminate, and we really want to get rid of the Nissa. Or he could have another Brazen Borrower. Or Heartless Act. Doesn't really matter, we just want to get rid of the Nissa. Nice thing is game 2, he's probably bringing in things like Extinction Event, Cry the Carnarium, things that exile, things that deal with the Phoenixes. So we're just going to go full control, bring in the Niv-Mizzets, bring in the Ral, bring in all the counter spells, play that grindy match. That is also a nice thing too about Phoenix right now, is not a lot of people know what to expect quite yet. Oh, and there's that weird graphic glitch again. I hope that Arena fixes that. So it's just been going on since the latest patch. Tempted to use a blitz. At this point, we're just going to hold up the blitzes. Probably double blitz next turn to get back to arc lights. Seems decent. Oh yeah, he's searching for something. And not finding it because he's finding land. Ooh, so many phoenixes this game. Okay. That actually slows things down a little bit then. We're probably going to play the Phoenix tack in. See, the truth is exactly what we want there. It's one of the rare 4 Phoenix games. Alright, so this is looking pretty bad for the opponent for this turn. Dragon is not terrible. Man, if Settle the Wreckage was still around, I'd be a little bit afraid, but thankfully it is not. Hold control. Play that in response to that. So we get both triggers. And Phoenix is back, and he scoops. Okay. So now we get to go over into full control mode for this game. So we're going to bring in Narset, Disputes, Negates, Aethergust, Ral, and Nivs. There's a good chance that he brings in counterspells also, so we are going to get rid of the Phoenixes entirely. We're going to get rid of Cathartics, just because having them counterspelled is really, really bad for what we're doing. Things are going to look pretty much like that. I could bring in the Lava Coils, but I don't think I'm going to. At least give it one more game, see what he's working with, see what he brings in. Alright, we are officially 1 Rockstar in for this stream. I think I need to start a Rockstar counter. Ooh, this hand is real slow. We are going to keep it though. Hopefully draw into something. Opponent's most likely not going to counterspell the See the Truth. Dragon's okay. Well, probably going to take See the Truth here. That's unfortunate. Or does he take the threat? Please take the threat? He's agonizing over his choices. Sorry. I'll keep the puns down to a minimum. Yep. That is the correct choice. That is definitely the correct choice. We are definitely flooded on mana this game, but, you know, that happens. We have plenty of card draw spells to get out of it. It's kind of when you wish you had the Cathartic still in, but there's too good of a chance of him having counter spells. And getting 2 for 1 or 3 for 1 just feels way too bad. And since Phoenixes are gone, there's really no reason to keep it. It's a fairy, okay. Now if we were to draw like an opt or something like that, nope. The land flood is real. I played around with one Teferi in this deck in the past too. It is okay to have the filtering when you have these land screw kind of situations, but as I said, it feels really bad if you're behind and you're just discarding cards that you really need. And the whole idea of not building up his loyalty every turn, I know that's something I need to get around, but alright, getting rid of a Brazen Borrower, that means there's a good chance that he has other removal in hand. Probably gonna play Nissa here, which would be bad. No, Agonizing Remorse, okay. Taking the Stormwing. Oh. Finale, interesting. Means he probably has removal for the Stormwing. But he's gonna let us scry and fix. Okay. Honestly, that was probably the wrong choice, but opponent is thinking otherwise. Oh no. Network error? Is that network error on my end? No? That was weird. That was really weird. Things have definitely been a little bit more unstable the last week, it feels like. Maybe that was on my end, I'm not entirely certain. We're gonna go ahead and bring it down really quick. I will be right back. Just doing a quick shout out. So I have my own channels here that you can feel free to throw that follow or throw that subscribe on if you like what I'm doing. At Mtg 2020 over on Twitch, on Twitter. Yeah, it looks like might have been on my end. Interesting. And then also Epic Gaming PDX. Shout out to them. Card store / event space that I work for a while. Do everything from Magic to Final Fantasy TCG, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon. If you need any of your singles that way, you can look them up online. They also have on their Twitch, their Facebook, their YouTube, Epic Gaming PDX, ton of back content and videos. We held once monthly large fighting game tournaments before the pandemic called Rose City Ascension, and that has probably a couple hundred hours worth of video that's up there for various fighting games, Smash Brothers, a little bit of everything. We're just gonna go ahead and concede this one. Get a fresh start here. Run back that same thing. Later tonight, Epic Gaming will be doing some streaming on Facebook and YouTube for the Final Fantasy TCG. We run tournaments every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific time on OCTGN. It's one of the platforms kind of like Untapped that you can play free card games online. It's been one way of keeping up during the pandemic, is playing tournaments online. Playing a really interesting format called Champion that's basically trying to be Commander or EDH from Magic, and it is a ton of fun. The game plays fairly similarly to Magic. It's one of the main creators is actually somebody that used to work for Wizards of the Coast for a while, so there's a lot of similarities. And if you have nostalgia for any of the Final Fantasy games, nostalgia is basically built into the entire system in that one, so it's a lot of fun. Oh, guess we're gonna land. Should we go for the Narset? No. Yeah, I think we're taking the Sprite Dragon out of these ones. We want to keep a little bit of pressure if possible. This turn, we get to play the Narset with the Mystic Dispute back up. Oh, that's annoying. Guess that changes our plans ever so slightly. Nah, not really. Just kidding. That doesn't change anything. We're just gonna have Narset Wars. Ooh, and we're missing. Okay. That really hurt, and we could have used that land for the Niv Mizzet coming up. Because if we could have just gone land, Ral into Niv, that is perfectly fine with me. Agonizing Remorse. That hurts. Definitely think there is an argument for keeping a certain number of thrill possibilities. Maybe just taking out the Sprite Dragons. I don't know if they're doing enough in this kind of matchup. So that's a 3. Tempted to take the Blitz. Sprite Dragon, Blitz, get rid of the Narset. Hold up a counterspell? Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. he's most likely going to try and use the Ether on us. This helps us establish the Sprite Dragon a little bit more. It'll be a 3-3 after all is said and done. Yep, there's the Ether Gust. So we'll just go ahead and do that. This also guarantees that we kill the Narset now and we actually get 3 points in at the face. So all in all, win-win. Is he playing Nissa? Yep. So ideally we want to draw a land here so we can play this Nib Mizzet. He's going to kill my Narset, which is annoying. Finale wouldn't be terrible here either, though. Because being able to blitz and see the truth. Put 3 counters on the Sprite Dragon. This does let him Ether. Okay. Well, not really going to matter too much anyway there. Let's go ahead and pitch that. Swing at Nissa. Get the Stormwing out. Aether Gust is just fine. Pretty much guarantees that one of these two is going to be able to kill the Nissa next turn. Something that would be really annoying is if he plays a Casualties. Some of these decks, these Sultai decks, are playing Casualties of War. So weird, I was not expecting my Phoenix matchups to be the ones that went long. I was definitely expecting the Esper deck to be the ones that went long. Okay. Do you have a Ether Gust for me? That'd be really unfortunate. Nope, no Ether Gust. Okay. Brazen Borrower would be a little bit annoying also, but I get to kill the Nissa at least. Yep, he's doing something. Heartless Act. Okay. Well, at least the Nissa's dying. Not the best trade in the world, but I'll take it. Cuts him off some mana. Just need to find the way to get this Sprite Dragon up to a 4/4. Then I feel quite a bit better. So I'd rather not chump with it. Nice thing is he plays anything green and it gets up to that 4/4 and we have the negate up. Stormwing's not exactly what we want right now. But I think that is our only real option at the moment. We could hold up and hope that he tries to play something pre-attack, but I doubt it. Might have actually made more sense have him try and interact during my end step, kill the Sprite Dragon or attempt to. Yeah, we should have held up the negate for that, because that would have pumped it and got it big enough. We are going to decline putting that on top. We had another one up there anyway. Okay. Niv Mizzet's not terrible. Hopefully he doesn't have another removal spell. Take out the breeding pool simply because it's more money. Now we are banking on no removal spell for one turn. That's all we want, one turn. No removal spell, no Nissa. Okay, I think, yeah, fingers crossed, we got there. Okay, whole new world. Control decks always at their most dangerous with when they're within one hit of death, you know? Okay, let's draw our card first. Ooh. Yep. That there. That there. Now we get to watch the effect of how Niv Mizzet snowballs. And it's a little bit greedy to... Oh, I should have done that face. My bad. It's a little bit greedy to negate this Legion's End, but I think we're going to. Just because we want to keep up the pressure. Are you good gaming because you're going to scoop? Or why are we good gaming? Alright, let's see if we can kill him this turn. With that shock draw, it's very much a possibility. Negate. Yeah, that's fine. That just guarantees we kill him this turn. Mystic Dispute, okay. Add insult to injury on that one. And that is the power of the Niv Mizzet. It is a dumb card if it sticks around. It's an incredibly dumb card if it sticks around. Now we will go ahead and do the GG. And swing in for $1 million. Alright, that gets us up to 2 wins with this deck so far. Timing wise, I should be wrapping up the stream about now, but I'm going to go ahead and throw in one more match. My Final Fantasy tournament's not till 6 o'clock, so I have time. Phoenix has been getting a little bit spooky for us today, but so far 2-0. I'll take it. Only a few small mistakes here and there. Alright, we have Swamp leading off. Hopefully this isn't the random black-white heavy discard deck. So that deck can definitely cause issues. Start off with Sprite Dragon. Or this could be some form of mono black too. Sure. You heartless act all you want. We're gonna get to the truth of things. Take the steam vents. Just because we need double blue, really, to be able to function. Hunted Nightmare. That's an interesting one. Alright, so we are going to be playing the game of can we race this Hunted Nightmare? Get rid of both those. Ooh, Teamerette is really bad for us. Okay. I know what we're doing in the post game. Or in the post board. Yeah, that Teamerette is really awkward. So we're just gonna try and beat him down here. As much as we can with this Stormwing. Question is, which one of these do we get rid of? I think we actually get rid of the Teamerette. Just because that hurts us in the future. And that little bit of life gain is going to throw off the math for the combat, since we are racing this 4-5. Or at least attempting to. If we draw a finale or something like that, we really... Oh, another one. Okay. Alright, buddy. Just eat my graveyard. I mean, really, it makes more sense to do it in response. Okay, there you go. Oh. We're just gonna keep getting through in the air. Add a little shock value. So ideally, if he doesn't have a removal spell, we can actually just kill him next turn. Probably as a removal spell. Oh, no. Okay. Thankfully, he doesn't have any more creatures to exile. It looks like he's just drawn land. Please don't play a Gary. Please, no Gary. Gary would be bad. If you want to just activate that, that's fine too. I don't mind that. Just thinking about it, okay. Yeah, I think barring 2 mana removal spell, we should be okay. Actually, 3 mana removal spell. Let's see what we draw, though. Sprite Dragon. I think we're going to throw a possibility here, though. Just get that prowess pump. Also, it's a possibility to draw into another Phoenix, which we didn't. Oh. Let's see if he has removal. Probably does. Oh, no. Sprite Dragon only gives him 1, though. Okay. Puts him at 7, he takes 7. Narset, Lava Coils, Morale, Niv Mizzet. Probably negates. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of some of the things that he is just going to be eating. Nice thing is we don't have to worry about counter spells. So Cathartic and Thrill are still pretty good. Tempted to take away the finales. Okay, let's actually go that way and see how this goes. Sprite Dragons, I don't think I'm going to do a whole lot this game. They do fly over, which is nice, but Flame Sweep won't really do anything. Shocks are tempting. All in all, we are 4-2 so far today. Let's try and make it 5-2, and I'll call it a successful day. Yeah, that seems just fine. We'll keep that. Duress is vaguely annoying, but we can deal with it. Took the Lava Coil. Let's get rid of the Shock. It's gonna take the Niv Mizzet probably. Next thing is, or the nice thing is, getting the 1 See the Truth off is probably going to be more than enough off of this finale. Just going to be able to throw a possibility and See the Truth. And we could. No, that's not worth it. Thinking to myself about bringing back the Lava Coil and shocking it, but I don't think that's worth it. I think we're going to hold off on the See the Truth and play the Thrill. So as long as he doesn't snag my finale right now, we should be okay. Yeah, there we go. Stormwing is not terrible. Alright, now this is where things get busted. This becomes Card Advantage City. I mean, hell, we're going to have to discard a card this turn. Sure, we did draw a lot of land, but that's okay. We're eventually getting to this Blitz. Lava Coil's pretty good pickup, too. go ahead and temple into See the Truth into Stormwing. And we're over the point of needing land. And we don't really need those guys either. I think we're going to hold off on the Electromancer for next turn because then we can multi-spell pretty easily. Get rid of all land, get rid of all Electromancers here. He's going to kill that, that's fine. Another Finale seems a-okay. Especially with the Blitz. So we can Blitz Lava Coil to get rid of pretty much anything at this point. Ooh, Spawn of Mayhem, perfect. Alright, so we are gonna play out our little Goblin Electromancer friend here. Hit the Lava Coil there. Hit the Blitz here. And then next turn, that sets us up for a Finale into removal / another See the Truth. Which is pretty darn good place to be. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Let's go ahead, hit that. Get the Stormwing. Yep, this just feels a little bit unfair. Yeah, we'll go ahead and use the Blitz. Boy, does this ever feel unfair. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, we're setting up really good for future turns here. I'm just gonna hold off. I'm not even gonna Cathartic. As tempting as it is Cathartic here, just not gonna do it. Sure, buddy. Use that. You don't know what's coming. Go ahead. Waste all those that you want. Alright, so this may be a little bit aggressive. Not holding up the negate here, but is what it is. If he can find something to break through this, then I'll be very impressed. That is definitely not it. Okay, yeah, that seems decent. Well, I guess we're taking a land. Now we drop the Niv Mizzet next turn and watch him most likely scoop. Phoenix has been on a decent little run here. Ooh, a Rankle. Okay. Was not expecting the Rankle. Let's see what he decides to do with it. He's going to make me discard a card, that's for sure. Oh, he didn't. Oh yeah, that's right. He has to attack the player. Just kidding. We get to kill the Rankle here with Opts, which is kind of hilarious. Let's see how our opponent responds to this. So I know if I were them, I would be frustrated right now with that happening. Ooh, okay. We'll take the shock. We are pretty much set up to go ham on our opponent now. Not sure what they're going to be able to draw to get out of this. Too much removal and a counterspell. It doesn't help that I'm drawing a million cards. Yet again, the power of Niv Mizzet. Almost tempting to go up to 3. Yep, and that will do it. Giving us our 3rd straight win with Phoenix there. Getting us up to Diamond 1. Well, we didn't reach Mythic today, but that's okay. I don't think we would have been able to regardless. So we only had 2 losses. That would bring us close, but not quite there. And I think that is going to do it for some arena time today. Once again, my name is Brian. You can follow me at Mtg 2020 if you like what you see. Over on Twitch, on YouTube, also on Twitter. There is a great little place down here in Portland called Epic Gaming PDX. If you need some physical cards, be it Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Final Fantasy, Pokemon, board games, things like that, we can send them on out to you. Just go to epicgamingpdx.com. Otherwise, that is going to do it for the day. Thank you for joining us here, and I will be back with more Magic on Tuesday at 2. Have a great day.